Hey, and welcome back to day 4. I'm so excited to have you here, and I'm hoping that by now you have already tried out the host to post method. This is our key method, and you just have to keep doing it until you get your loyal customers. It works if you work it, no matter what. Now, today I'm going to show you another way that we get potential loyal customers and potential distributors. And it's really simple. The more people that you add on your Facebook, the more people you're going to get the chance to talk to. And I do these things called messaging sprees. This allows you to put in a major amount of work within a very small amount of time. So I do 10-minute messaging sprees, and it's literally so that sometimes when you're on Facebook or you're working Instagram and you're sending messages, it puts an alert in that you've talked to too many people within a short period of time. And so we like to do these things called 10-minute messaging sprees. Now, if your Facebook is a little bit more fussy, then you can drop it right down to 5-minute messaging sprees, or say that you live a really busy schedule. Because when I first started this business, I worked 110 hours a week. I was in nursing, and we worked a lot. I was working all the time. And so I didn't have time to sit there for 1 hour and work every single day, and make things happen. And so I had to choose how I was going to make this happen for myself, because ultimately it was a business that was going to change my life. And this business was going to allow me to work and be a mom and be able to work my 2 jobs that I was working at the time, and be able to eventually retire myself if I wanted to, or it was going to allow me just to make that extra income that I needed with a very short amount of time. So we do these things called 10-minute messaging sprees. I'm going to show you guys exactly what it is. So the reason why we message people is because sometimes when you're doing your host to post and you're getting your host to post out, yes, it's great for loyal customers and distributors, but what happens after those people get onto your Facebook? Maybe they get on your Facebook and they don't reach out to you, but they get on your Facebook and they kind of slip through the cracks. Or maybe there's people already on your Facebook, and not everybody wants to post for you, but some people might buy from you, or some people might want to get started working with you, or whatever. And so you sometimes you don't realize, who you might have coming onto your Facebook throughout the day with your adding sprees. You might end up having people who are interested in the products right from day one. So what we like to do is these things called messaging sprees. And I'm going to pull up my Facebook for you so I can show you exactly how I would do it. If I go to my Facebook page and I click on see all friends, okay? So you'll see this is my Facebook page right now. And I scroll down and I click on see all friends. And you see all my friends right there, okay? So what I like to do is I actually go to my phone. We all have a timer on our phone, right? We all have smartphones. If you're working this business, you definitely have a smartphone. Chances are, you could have just a computer, but it's very rare. A smartphone is usually where most people work this business. And so getting on your smartphone, getting on your timer, I set it for 10 minutes, just like that. And then I go to my Facebook page and I will click on that first person. I will send her a potential distributor message like, hey girl, have you ever thought about making some extra income from home? Then I will go to that next person, and I will click on that person and I will say, hey, we're doing a cash giveaway. What do you want in? And then I will go back and I'll click on that next person and I'll say, hey, I have a promo going on for my 2-day cleanse. Is that something that you are interested in, or do you know anybody who would be interested in it? I like to use referrals because I don't want to bluntly ask someone, hey, do you want to lose some weight? It's a little bit offensive, right? So I like to use referrals. Instead of saying, hey, do you want to lose some weight? I say, hey, would you happen to know anybody who wants to lose an extra, 5 to 10 pounds? That allows them to answer without feeling like you're targeting them, because we're not targeting people. We're just asking questions, right? So what I do is I do a 10-minute messaging spree and I go to the next person and then I'll ask them, hey, we're having a $500 cash giveaway for host to post. Do you want in? And I don't say for host to post, but you get what I'm saying. I say, hey, we're having a $500 cash giveaway. Do you want in? And then the next person, I'll go to that next person down the line and I'll say, hey, I just started a new business and I'm looking for some business partners. Would you be interested in learning more about what I do? That's just asking the question. And you got to think about it this way, okay? Big businesses out there is no way that they would have gotten the word out if there was no advertisements going out. Only 1/3 of your Facebook sees your post. So it's very important for you to get in your messenger and start talking to people to spread the word about what you're doing. You're not doing anything wrong by prospecting. You can reach out and ask as many people as you possibly want, but you have to get the word out about what you're doing and that you're starting something new. And there's no other way for you to get the word out unless you're talking to people and you're engaging with people and spreading the word. It's kind of like if you were to want to expand a business into Alabama, but your storefront was in Maine and all you did was stood outside and held a sign that said, I'm open. It's not going to work for you. Nobody's going to come in. Nobody's going to want to see you if you don't talk to anybody that's in your store. Nobody is going to actually want to order with you or buy from your store because you're not interacting with people. It's like someone walking into your store and you just standing at the register saying nothing. Most likely that person's going to walk in and they're going to walk right out. Because you're not interacting with them. You're not creating that relationship. You're not saying, hey, let me know if you need some help. You're not asking them anything. So you have to put yourself out there, and as scary as it is, you have to ask. You have to be willing to ask people. You have to be willing to talk to new people. And, there's some people who are going to say that you don't need to do that, and that is not the case whatsoever. Most people that grow a very successful business are either they had a huge platform before and they had a great network before, or they reached out and they messaged people. So if you don't already have a successful network where you can just put a post up on Facebook and everybody's commenting, then you have to do the other option and you have to reach out and message people. And it's a lot of fun once you get going. You're going to get some people who are going to be naysayers. You're going to get some people who are going to tell you that they're not interested, and it's okay. It's okay because not everybody likes Dunkin' Donuts. Not everybody likes Starbucks. Not everybody shops at Walmart. Not everybody shops at Target. And it's okay if they don't want to shop at your store or they don't want to get started with you. And this is the first thing that I tell everybody that gets started with me is that no does not mean no forever. It means no, not right now. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of a story. Just because when I first started, I watched my enroller for an entire year. She reached out to me probably at least 20 or more times. And a lot of you guys that are watching this right now can probably relate that your enroller reached out to you many, many times before you said yes. And so now the roles are reversed, and now you are in the opposite side, and you're going to be the one who is messaging and talking and reaching out. And think about it this way. If your enroller would have given up the first time that they messaged you and you either didn't answer them or you said you couldn't, then you wouldn't be here right now. You wouldn't be making your extra income. You wouldn't be a part of one of the greatest teams. You wouldn't be a part of one of the greatest companies. You wouldn't be on your way to making the extra income that your family and you truly need. So making sure you remember that when you're reaching out to people, that it's okay for people to say no. And not everybody's going to want to shop at your store, and it's totally okay. There is over 1 billion people on Facebook, okay? So those are my messaging sprees. When your timer goes off, this is what I do, and I've always done this. When my timer goes off, I set my phone down and I do the things that I need to do for a couple hours. Like say, I need to do a messaging spree in the morning. I'll do a messaging spree in the morning. I'll set my timer while I'm laying in bed. I'll get my messaging spree in, and then I'll set my phone down and I'll go feed my daughter, and I'll go feed my son and get them up and get them ready for whatever they're doing or whatever they're going through that day. And then I'll come back, maybe at nap time, and I'll set my timer for another 10 minutes. And I'll do my messaging spree, and then I'll set my phone down and I'll do whatever I need to do. If I have the time and I can sit there and just respond to all the messages that are there, that's fine. But It allows you to work in a really, really short period of time. And if you're a busy girl like me or a busy guy like me when I first started, you're going to notice that this is going to be one of the best things for you to launch your business is getting out there and messaging people. So it's really, really important to get in your inbox and talk to new people, build relationships, friendships, meet new people, share what you've got in your hands, because it's really something special. So go ahead and start doing that. I would start with your first messaging spree. You can definitely reach out to your enroller. I'm going to put some message ideas below for you, so you can go ahead and plug those in and you can send them as you go. You can copy and paste, totally up to you. And your enroller and the team wants to help you. So definitely reach out if you need help. And you can always go to Team Diamond Hustler, and there is so many different resources in there that will allow you to understand how you're supposed to talk to people from there, okay? So I'm so excited for you. Go ahead, try that out, and we'll see you on day 5.